feels like ages since you were announced as retiring. What's that kind of small length of time been like since you announced it?
Yeah, it's been alright. If I'm honest, I knew I was retiring months and months ago, so I kind of got my head around it that way. And but I suppose it's a lot more definitive now. It's been announced to a degree. It hasn't really kind of changed my thoughts or how I've reacted to it, to be fair. But no, some of the messages and that have been really nice to read, and you know, it's quite humbling, to be honest. But on to the next thing and looking forward to it.
Tatey described it just then as surreal. Does that sum it up for you in terms of retirement journey so far?
A little bit. To be honest, I haven't really sat down and had a proper think about it, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
I don't know, just the way I am. I'm just always looking at the next thing. But I'll probably have a period where I'll sit down and reflect, and maybe it will be a bit surreal, or not coming into work every day here, going somewhere else. That's probably when it'll start kicking in the most, because it has been a massive part of our lives since we left school, really. Even before then, because you were coming here as the academy and whatnot. I'm sure there'll be an element of that down the line, but in a good way, probably not a bad way.
You've put an awful lot into this club, you know, as a player, as a captain, as a representative of this club as well. How do you reflect back on that journey with this club? Not just what it's made you as a rugby player, but what it's made you as a person with the Falcons.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a journey. There's been some massive ups and some massive lows as well. That's kind of probably what we've got used to as a club, and me and Tate in particular being here from the beginning, and where we are now, it's, you know, it hasn't been plain sailing, but that's probably been the enjoyable part of it. It's been tough, but we've kind of got through them challenges together. There's been a good core of us since we were young coming through. You know, but playing at St James's Park, that was probably one of the biggest highlights for me. In front of however many thousand that were there, making top four. You know, it's kind of a bit of a cliche, and Tate probably said it, but probably the biggest highlights you get is the people you meet along the way, and you know, you have, you know, mates for life, and the experience you have with them off the field as well as on is probably what you'll cherish the most.
Like you said, there's been so many kind of different moments of it, but there's been so many messages from fans in the last week or so in particular. You'll have read a few of them, you'll have heard a few of them. How has that kind of made you feel to know how valued you have been here?
Yeah, no, it was nice to read. I'm not really, well, I'm not on social media, so Laura was kind of showing me. No, it was nice. I'm not really a big person on attention and whatnot, but sometimes it is quite nice to read thoughts and messages, and you know, especially the amount of hard work that I put into the club for the 15 seasons or so, like Tatey.
I asked Tatey this as well. We know how the fans kind of think of you, but how would you want the fans to remember Will Welch at Newcastle Falcons?
Probably someone who just gave as much as they could possible and emptied the tank. I think that whenever I played or whenever I trained in the years I've been here, just wanted to kind of commit and give everything I had to the cause, really, to try and be the best player I could be, and also to try and make Newcastle be as successful as they could be. And I think probably all in all I probably did that, to be fair. You know, like anyone, you probably have poor performances and you don't get it right a lot of the time, but as long as you know that your commitment's there, I think you can look back and be proud.